Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today will be a Premier League prediction video. I'll be starting to do predictions of the 4 English leagues. And by the way, if I sound ill, it's because I am. And I haven't been uploading, and I won't be uploading until Monday again, because I've got an important test to do tomorrow. But let's get straight into this prediction. So coming bottom, I can see Sheffield United coming bottom. By the way, I have changed a few player ratings to what I think they'll be for FIFA 20. So here's the Sheffield United team. They've got Dean Henderson, Ollie Norwood, John Fleck, Billy Sharp, David McGoldrick. They've got a good side, but yeah, they've had a great season in the Championship. They came second, but they're not. First of all, they won't be used to playing top flight football, and I just can't see them staying up really. So in 20th place, going back down to the Championship, I can see Sheffield United. Coming in 23rd place, I can see another Championship side. It's actually Aston Villa. Aston Villa against Aston Villa, but they've got a good side. They are a good. They're a good side. They could stay up, but I just can't. I can see Norwich staying up if anyone. They've got Jedster in goal. Well, they've got Klinic and Nyland and Bunn, but I don't know what happened. They're injured or something. Back four is decent. Tyrone Mings, of course, loan from Bournemouth, so he won't be there. Charlie Taylor, Courtney Horse on loan from Wolves, Mohamed Glenn Whelan, Jack Grealish, very good player, John McGinn, El Ghazi, Jonathan Kodja. I removed Tammy Abraham because his loan is expired. Brought in Jota. They're a good side, but if any side would stay up, I would say Norwich. But then, coming in 18th place, I can see a Premier League side, Brighton. I just can't see them staying up really. I think that they'll go down. They've got a very good side, but they sacked Chris Hughton, which wasn't the right thing. He got them to the FA Cup semi-final, and yeah, they could have done better in the league, but they did well out of the league, well, in the FA Cup, and I just don't think it was the right decision. I think without Chris Hughton, I just think that they'll drop and go back down to the Championship. So we've got Brighton, Aston Villa and Sheffield United going back down the Championship. And coming in 17th, I can see, where are they? I don't know. I can see Norwich City. I was going to put them in the relegation zone, but they won the league. They had a very comfortable season. And I think that they'll stay up. It'll be between Brighton and Norwich probably. I could see Aston Villa staying up, but I think Norwich could stay up. They've got a good side. They've got Tim Krul, experienced goalkeeper, Ben Godfrey, Zimmerman, Max Aarons, Stipperman, Hernandez, Bondua, Timu Puki, who had a great season. I expect the same from him really, to have another good season. They are a good side, that's why I'm putting them in 17th. Now, all the Championship sides done. Now, coming in 16th, I can see Southampton. They usually start the season very well, but then they drop like really badly. They've got Angus Gunn in goal. They've got Forster, but he's older and not as good. He's actually 31. We've got Van Bertrand, Yannick Vestergaard, Maya Yoshida, Bednarek, Jan Valery, who's actually had a great season for a 20-year-old. I think he could upgrade to 70 rated or so. Ward-Prowse had a good season. Redmond, Sims, another young good player. Shane Long, he scored the quickest goal in Premier League history. Yeah, they've got a very good side. They have indeed. But they usually come between 14th and 17th. I don't see them going down, but I don't see them staying up by that many points. So I've got Southampton in 16th, And then in 15th place, I have actually put Burnley. The reason is because they've got two great centre backs, their strongest position. They've got 3 good goalkeepers. Well, I think Joe Hart's on loan there, but he's going to do the job definitely. Charlie Taylor, left back. Tarkowski, Bentley, Lowton, McNeil, who had a good season. He could upgrade. Jack Cork, Ashley Westwood, Jeff Hendrick, Chris Wood, Ashley Barnes. They've got a very good, Peter Crouch on the bench. Got a very decent side. It's just I can't see them staying up by that much. I can see them staying up by only by about not too many points. And coming in 14th place is, I can see Newcastle United coming there. They ended off the season quite well, Newcastle, I would say. I'm going to put Dwight Gale on there. Yeah, so of course London's back at West Brom. But I've got Dwight Gale here. They've got Dubravka in goal, who's a decent keeper, and they've got they've got loads of goalkeepers, but these two are very good as backups. They've got Matt Ritchie, he could play on the right mid, left mid. He can't play left mid, basically. Left wing back, Dammit, Lascelles, Scar. He had a very good season. Jose Manquillo, Ki-Sung Young, Hayden, Christian Atsu, Dwight Gale, Ayoze Perez. Ayoze Perez had a good season as well. So I can see them finishing above Burnley. I had to think about that, but I can see it happening. So Newcastle coming 14th. Then in 13th place, I can see oh no, not Chelsea, Crystal Palace. I don't think they'll have a good season. I've got a decent side, but Wan-Bissaka probably will go to United. He might just leave. Zaha's linked with loads of moves away. So if these two go, then I'll see them finishing 13th or below. Guaita in goal. He's a good keeper. They've got Hennessy and Speroni as backup. Van Aanholt, a good left back who can score goals. We've got Dan and Kelly. I've also got Saka and Tompkins, which is also good. Wan-Bissaka, he's very good. Max Meyer, good player. MacArthur, Milivojevic. He is a great player. He's great penalties, and you can see him being their key player. Zaha goes. Townsend, I can see being another key player. Zaha, if he leaves, then they'll play Ayew or they'll get another striker. Then Teke, don't know what to say about him really, but I can see Crystal Palace coming 13th. And then, yeah, so in 12th place, I can see Watford. I think Watford will have a decently good season, but I don't see them getting in the top half. So I've got Ben Foster in goal, great keeper. Jose Holibas, he can score goals. Kabasele, Cathcart, Yanmat, Pereira, who had a great season actually. Capu, Decore, Will Hughes, they all had, their midfield's quite strong actually. They've got Troy Deeney and Delafeu up front, they're deadly. So I can see Watford finishing 12th for that reason, their midfield and their attack really. So I think they'll have a decently good season. Now in 11th place, I can see Leicester City. Actually, I can't see Leicester City. I can see West Ham United. I forgot to add Pablo Fornals, but he's 82 rated, just pretend he was there. So I've got Fabianski, Masuaku, Ogbonna Balbuena, Zabaleta, Felipe Anderson, Pablo Fornals basically, Rice, who had a great season by the way, Mark Noble, Antonio Arnautovic, good side, Lanzini on the bench. Yeah, they've just got a good side. They've got Yarmolenko, didn't play that much and didn't perform that well as well. They've got Wilshere, decent player, just doesn't get the game time. Diop, a very good centre back actually. So I can see West Ham finishing 11th. Then in 10th place, I can actually see Bournemouth finishing there. I can see this because they've got about 3 or 4 very good players. Borich in goal. They've got Travers, who also had a great debut against Tottenham, and they actually won the game 1-0. Yeah, Borich in goal, who's decent. Ake. I've got Smith, Ake. Ake is very good. He scored the winner against Tottenham, but he is a very good player. He deserves to be at the better club, really, but Bournemouth are a good club anyway. Klein's going back to Liverpool, so I'll take him out for Francis. So Cook, Francis, decent. Fraser, he's been linked with a move away to Arsenal. If he stays, he's the reason why they're coming in 10th. I'll tell you that. We've got Jefferson Lerma, another good player. Joshua King, a great player. He can attack, he can play in the midfield. Dan Gosling, a good player. David Brooks, a great player actually. Of course, they start the season against Sheffield United, and he used to play for Sheffield United, so it'll be a big debut for him. It'll be a big game against his former club for him. Then up front they've got dangerous Callum Wilson. I can see him scoring about 15 goals. I can see him scoring over 10, but less than 20. I think Bournemouth will have a decent season. Now coming in 9th place, I can see Leicester City. They've got actually a very good side. It's quite underrated. They've got Schmeichel in goal. He's a very good goalkeeper. Chilwell, great player. Maguire, great player. Evans, decent. Pereira, great player. And Didi, he's very good. Hamza Chowdhury, he's a good player. Good for his age actually. He's 21. Decent. Nampalys Mendy, good player. James Maddison, he's a great player. Vardy is a good player. Or Brighton and Gray can switch around. Both of them are good. I prefer Gray, but they're both good, so that's why I can see Leicester finishing in 9th. Now 8th place, we're getting to the top 6. We're getting there. 8th place I can actually see, in 8th place I can see Wolves, okay. In 8th place I can see Everton. I know you might be shocked at 7th place, but I can see Everton finishing in 8th because Pickford in goal, great goalkeeper, knows how to take penalties. Yeah, just good player. Digne, another great player. He had a great season. He scored a few goals, which is good for a left back. 2 centre backs, Yerry Mina and Michael Keane. Great pairing, Michael Keane, especially a great defender. Seamus Coleman, a good player. They've got John Joe Kenny as backup. He's decent. Andre Gomez, a good player, experienced from Barcelona. Dressa Gay, 83 rated, a very good player. Bernard had an okay season, but I think he'll do better. Charlison, he had a good season. Gylfi Sigurdsson, he's a great player. He can score long shots. He actually had a good season. And Calvert-Lewin, he had a decently good season. So I can see Everton coming 8th. Now in 7th place, I can see Wolves. I was thinking Wolves or Chelsea because they're transfer ban. I can see Wolves. So Rui Patricio in goal, very good goalkeeper from Sporting Lisbon 2 seasons ago. Johnny from Celta Vigo 2 seasons ago, good player. Willy Bailey, a good player. He's quite tall, he's 6'5". Connor Cody is the captain. He's a great player. And we've got Noah Bennett, who's a good player as well. Matt Doherty, he actually had a great season. I forgot to change his rating. I had around about 80. He had a very good season for Wolves. He was actually one of their best players, I'll say. João Moutinho, he did well. Ruben Neves had a good season. Duncan didn't play too much. Diego Jota, he played decently well. Raul Jimenez, he had a great season. He was their best player, along with Matt Doherty. So yeah, I can see Wolves finishing 7th. Now, 6th place, I can see Chelsea. I've put this down because Higuain's gone back from loan at Chelsea. He's gone back to Juventus. Hazard's gone to Real Madrid. It's basically all going wrong. They've got a very good bench. Pedro coming for Hudson-Odoi, but I think whoever takes over Chelsea, which I think will be Lampard. I think he'll give Hudson-Odoi a go. Pulisic can play as well, but they've got Kepa in goal, Alonso, David Luiz Christensen as Piliqueta. Loftus-Cheek, he had a good season. Jorginho, decent. Conte had a good season as expected. Hudson-Odoi played quite a few games and he played well. Giroud did well in the Europa League, not so much in the Premier League, but Willian had a good season as well. And it's a good side, but I can't see them getting in the Champions League. Batshuayi on the bench. They've got a decent side, but as I said, I just can't see them getting there. Now in fifth place, I can see Arsenal. I was tempted to put Man United in this spot, but they are linked with so many players that I don't know what to do. I've moved Petr Cech. So I've got Bernd Leno in goal, Kolasinac, Koscielny, Socrates, Maitland-Niles, who actually had a decent season, Xhaka, who can fire those long shots in, Torreira, Aubameyang, who can score, Ozil, I gave him quite a little downgrade. I don't think he'll be that good for the rest of his career. Mkhitaryan, decent. Lacazette, a good player. Yeah, so I've got an okay squad, but I can see them getting Europa League once again. Now fourth place, I can see Manchester United getting fourth. I can only see them getting Champions League because they're linked with so many players. Like with Bruno Fernandes, Griezmann, I think he'll go to Barcelona, but they're linked with so many players I didn't know where to put them really. They'll definitely get Europe, I'll tell you that. But I've got David De Gea in goal, who had an okay season. I've got Luke Shaw, Victor Lindelof, Chris Smalling, Ashley Young. Not the best defence, they could improve there. But they're linked with Maguire obviously. They've got Pogba, who's linked with a move back to Juventus. They've got Matic, Fred, Lingard. If Matic has a better season, Man United will do well. And up top they've got Rashford and Lukaku. Of course Martial can come in at cam, or they can switch formation. So they've got a decently good side, especially if they're bringing Bruno Fernandes. They'll be a very good side. Now in third place, I can see Tottenham, my own club. I can see them coming in third. They've got Lloris in goal, a very good leader and a great player. Danny Rose, he had a great season. Actually, I didn't expect him to play well at all, but he's proved me wrong. I'm talking about Toby Alderweireld, a very strong partnership. Trippier, I don't really like him. If anything, I actually want him to go, kind of. Ore will play right back. Eriksen linked with a move, but not as heavily now. They could get an Ndombele, but it might go out the window. We've got Harry Winks, Sissoko and Eriksen though. Dele Alli as well, a great player. These two are deadly. Harry Kane and Son. Son had a great season. Kane didn't play too much, but when he played, he did bang in those goals. So I can see Tottenham coming third. Now to the top two. I can see Manchester City coming second. This may be risky, putting them second, but I can't see them winning it 3 years in a row. So Edison in goal, good keeper. Zinchenko, a good player. Given that, Laporte, Stones and Walker got a strong defence line. Got Fernandinho, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, a strong midfield. Sterling, Aguero and Bernardo Silva. They've got a very good squad, but I can't see them winning it 3 in a row. Now, the champions of the Premier League, I can see it being Liverpool. I think this because they won the Champions League, they'll be more confident, and they want to win it. They're going to show a fight for it, and it's just I feel like they'll do it really. We've got Alisson in goal, he had a great season. Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip, Alexander-Arnold, good backline. Fabinho, Wijnaldum and Henderson, of course the leader Henderson. Fabinho, Wijnaldum. Fabinho didn't play he did play quite a few, but not as many as I thought, because he weren't used to it probably. But he's a good player, he'll get used to it. Wijnaldum had a good season. Then up the front three, Mane, Firmino and Salah. They'll be unbeatable next season, I'll tell you that. So that's it for this Premier League predictions. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new and enjoy the video.